Any individual can be arrested at some point in their life. However, what occurs in the event that the individual suspect is actually a cop's wife?
You will not get in there!
Here are 4 instances when the person in handcuffs turned out to be a police officer's spouse or partner. Get ready. On September 25, 2023, officers were called to address a report of a woman driving recklessly and narrowly avoiding a collision. The erratic driver finally halted after hitting a curb at the roadside. As they approached the still-running vehicle, the cops were displeased to discover the identity of the driver.
Get this motherfucker out of my car.
One step out.
Get out.
While a cop came towards the suspect, asking her to leave the car, another appeared pretty angry and even acknowledged the car as his. Sergeant White, the suspect's boyfriend, was deeply involved in the case because he stood to lose far more than just his car and Desiree.
So I'm gonna need you to step out. Okay? Did you take the keys out? You can stay in the car, just give me your key fob. Where's the key fob, girl? Do you have it on you?
No.
There it is.
Oh my, really?
You're not getting any, because who you know, it don't matter, okay? You know it's against the law to be driving under the influence, correct?
It's not the key fob.
Okay, you do know that, right?
With Desiree still in the car and suspicions that she was under the influence of drugs or alcohol, the police needed to figure out how to stop her from fleeing the scene of the crime without alienating either her or their colleague. It was a challenging decision.
Are you gonna get out of the car?
What game are we playing?
I'm not playing any game with you. Are you gonna get out of the car? Yes or no?
No.
Okay.
I have one out on the garage.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really.
Really? Oh, what the f***?
You're gonna listen. You don't get any favors because who you're dating. You understand that? Don't resist.
Oleg, stop. I can call all your shit.
21469.
Stop.
No.
Yeah, stop. You already messed up. Stop, man.
We're 15 one
You're
time.
not wrong.
Stop.
You're wrong. Stop. You did this. That's on you. That is not on those
Deputies
officers.
coming from 1300 block of Miss West.
Sergeant White, contrary to their expectations, had backed her arrest. Desiree was arrested after resisting arrest and beating a cop.
I'm sorry.
You're all right.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I don't know her issue.
I'm so embarrassed. I tried.
Was the child inside the car? You grabbed the car. You grabbed the kid?
Yeah, I watched him get the kid out of the car
Yeah, I did.
as I was pulling
Okay,
up.
get the child's information.
Yeah.
Are you? I guess your mom.
Grandma.
Grandma.
I had no clue.
The cops then turned their focus to their colleague, trying to figure out why he was so upset about the situation. Desiree's irresponsible driving put not only her life in peril, but also the life of White's child. Despite this, the cops were relieved that they couldn't arrest Desiree at the time.
Relax. Come on.
Hey, I got no part of none of this. Okay.
Most cops there recognized Desiree as the girlfriend of a local sergeant. Handling anything related to the case would be a conflict of interest for them, so they turned it over to the sheriff's office in order to maintain their long-standing relationship with their colleague.
I ran up, I snatched the door open, I put the car in park, I turned it off. I didn't see the key fob, but I have my spare. I keep my spare in my unit.
Watch your road.
Yeah, watch your back, bro. I put it in park, I turned the car off. I didn't say a word to her. I ran around the other side because I could see baby's feet. So I'm trying to think before she gets the conscious effort to try to put this car back in drive or turn it on. I run around, I grab the baby. And then I ran right up to her mom and I was like, take the baby. Olenek rolls up, he was like, Sarge, we got it. I said, please deal with that. And I backed up. The only reason I'm here is because this motherfucker wouldn't answer the phone. So I'm tracking and I'm like, something ain't right. Obviously I was right.
Desiree was charged with multiple counts of violence against a peace officer, resisting aggravated DWI and child abuse after a breath test of 0.36 BAC. Sergeant White was helpful in his girlfriend's case, but Trooper Davis was utterly ineffective. His girlfriend demanded that he leave.
The world, and not one time has anyone ever come up, tackled me, attacked me, and called the cops on me for existing in the woods. But if you want to sit on me, and you call the cops on me for what? For what?
Davis submitted a petition on August 21, 2023 to confine a woman named Michelle to a psychiatric facility. He then followed her down and persuaded a friend to videotape their conversation. Michelle, on the other hand, was not thrilled to meet Davis.
Absolutely not. What is wrong with you? Would you do this? Would you? I thought. Okay. Please let me go. You just called the cops on me. You're a cop. You're a fucking pussy. What the fuck is wrong with you? I've lived all over.
Davis included several concerning messages from Michelle in his commitment petition, including, "I think I'm going to drive off a cliff and go out in style." These were troubling comments, raising questions about why Michelle refused Davis assistance. However, the solutions to those questions were close.
You're insane. You're absolutely insane. You can't just walk up to someone and attack them and then call the cops on them and say you're gonna, like, that's not okay.
Davis and Michelle had an intimate relationship 4 months prior to this incident, but Michelle ended the relationship with Davis for unknown reasons.
And you call the cops on me for what? For what? Oh, because I'm around a sociopath who says he can do whatever the fuck he wants. Women are objects and he can fuck whoever he wants. I'd be happy to tell them that.
Davis was off duty on that particular day. He might have been at home with his children and his cheated on wife. Instead, after telling Michelle, "I know you're not crazy, and I'll paint you crazy," he was now sitting on her legs, waiting for backup to send her to a psychiatric hospital.
You don't give a shit about anything except yourself. And if this is caring, you have a very fucked up delusional way of expressing it. Get off of me. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything wrong except disagree with you. Let me go. You can't just tackle me like that.
Michelle tried to get off the floor despite bruises all over her body from being manhandled on gravel. But she soon found herself in a much worse scenario.
I don't understand. And I can't relax. You just called the cops on me for existing. I didn't like your truth. Jesus, dude. Come on. What the fuck? What? Why are you treating me like I'm a criminal? I didn't do anything. I just want to be able to stand.
Back to find out where they are.
Davis claimed to care about Michelle, but it is evident that hate was the driving force behind his use of force. Michelle was now aggressively restrained between a rock and a hard place, forcing her to lament the reason for her current situation.
Please stop so I can get the hair out of my face. That would be really nice. Please. Why?
Michelle was sent to a psychiatric hospital moments later after backup arrived. She was freed 5 days later after demonstrating no suicide ideation. The texts she wrote to Davis were just a metaphor for how she felt about the relationship. Davis was sent without bail to jail on a slew of accusations, including strangling, wrongful restraint, and governmental oppression. Davis claimed he arrested his ex out of concern, but the following cop did not stay to apologize.
Just came down and jumped me and started hitting me in the head.
Do you know him?
Yeah.
Okay.
A police officer was told of a physical confrontation involving 2 men on November 12, 2017. But when he arrived at the site, he only spotted one of them, which turned out to be a good thing.
Multiple blows to the head, swelling on the side of the face. He is conscious and breathing.
Just came down and jumped me and started hitting me in the head.
Do you know him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Another man assaulted the victim as he was jogging in the park. Fortunately, a bystander intervened to prevent the brawl from escalating. Even though the man didn't say what sparked the altercation, the cop had a good notion.
And from what I understand, this is his wife?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. So, you had any beef with him? Any issues?
There's been an ongoing issue, but nothing physical until now.
Okay. You want to press charges?
The man was in the park with a woman when her husband jumped him. While the man and woman's connection is unclear, I believe it's safe to conclude that the woman's husband disapproved of their relationship, and rightly so. Aside from the victim's head swelling, the cop was unaware of the extent of his injuries. So, while they awaited emergency medical services, he performed a test on him, during which he made a stunning discovery.
People call you guys? That was not.
Yeah. You know what day of the week it is, Sean?
It's Sunday,
You know what month we're in?
November,
What year is it?
2017.
Who's president?
Trump.
How many quarters in a dollar?
4.
Okay. You have any medical issues? Allergic to
Nothing
anything?
Nothing more. No.
Okay, cool. Did you lose consciousness at all?
No.
Did he just use his hands, feet?
I think just his hands. Yeah.
Okay.
Assuring himself that he was cognitively sound, the cop turned his attention to the assailant's wife, Stephanie, who was a witness to the assault and held information that the cop wished was false.
Who showed up?
My husband,
Okay. What's your husband's name?
Josh Malecki.
Huh?
Josh Malecki.
Josh is in APD, Josh? David 635 PD.
Stephanie's husband, Joshua Malecki, worked for the Albuquerque Police Department and had been suspended due to a DWI accident. 3 months later, Joshua was back on the police radar, this time for assault. The cop was aware that the case had become more intricate, but it turned out to be far more complicated than he had anticipated. Knowing that the assailant was a police officer with significant combat and firearms training, the cop radioed in a supervisor for clarity on how to handle the situation. The victim's tenacity astounded the cop.
So I'll ask you again, Sean, do you want to press charges? I mean, it's totally up to you. If you don't feel safe, if you feel like this is going to progress onto something, it's going to get written up anyway. And
What does that mean?
there's going to be
Just
a
goes on
report
file.
made, and it's going to go. I take it you know who her husband is. Yeah. So it's going to go up through the
You know who
department.
he is too, right?
Yeah. It's going to go up through the department, and it's going to go to internal affairs because he still is an employee. But if you don't feel safe, I mean, even after this, if something else happens, call us back. I'm going to give you a case and a CAD number, and you can reference it off of that.
Okay.
But the decision is totally yours.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
The man refused to press charges against Joshua and instead expressed concern for Stephanie, who believed she was the source of her husband's problems.
Whatever, he was coming to try to find me, I'm pretty sure, so.
Oh, the incident?
The
Okay,
incident.
yeah.
At least that's what she told me, because she called me frantic on the phone saying he just left drunk in a car and he's looking for you. I'm like, oh, that's great. I wasn't living at the place I'm living now, somewhere else, but
Okay.
because we've been having an affair for months now, and he knows about it, and she just lies to him that it's not happening, and it's still happening, and she won't leave him because she's scared. But I'm just a nice guy.
Okay.
Joshua and Stephanie had a dispute about her affair with this man 3 months before this occurrence. Then, while inebriated, Joshua drove straight to the man's residence, resulting in his police car crash. Joshua resigned from the Albuquerque Police Department 6 months after this event. Stephanie arrived at the park and invited, in sharp contrast to Nicole, who was unable to contact her boyfriend. An officer started a traffic stop on September 24, 2022, when the driver of the car made an unlawful left. However, upon further examination, the cop discovered that a traffic offense approximated life imprisonment for the motorist.
I'm stopping you is one, your car's all messed up here.
Yeah.
You got no headlight, and it's pretty dangerous to be driving like this. And two, you just made an illegal left. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Really?
The cop had been tailing Nicole before she made the unlawful turn after noticing her vehicle had considerable front-end damage. However, as he chatted with her, he saw her droopy eyelids and slurred speech, both of which indicated likely impairment.
You have anything to drink tonight?
No, not at all.
All right, you take anything? You seem a little out of it.
No, not at all.
Okay.
That wasn't easy to believe. It wasn't enough to infer she was lying because alcohol isn't the only substance that might affect performance. As she pulled out her ID, the cop discovered fresh information about her, as well as the source of her handicap.
Oh, so you didn't have time to get your, Who's this?
That's my boyfriend.
Your boyfriend?
Yeah.
How long you guys been dating for?
Like a couple months.
Couple months?
Yeah.
Or you could hold on.
Nicole gave the cop her boyfriend's ID, who was a state trooper, along with her business card. The cop returned the ID, but it had fallen. The cop asked her to stay as far away from the vehicle as possible as she tried to pick it up.
Sorry, I lost the card.
What's up?
I lost the card. Oh, where's the purse?
Here, hop out for me. Hop out. Put your hands behind your back.
Behind my back?
Yeah, you're being detained. You have a piece of... Don't move. Drop the cigarette. Drop it.
Please,
Drop the cigarette.
please stop.
Ma'am,
Please.
there's a thing of heroin right there.
Please, I'm
Stop.
getting this expunged straight now.
I'm telling you,
Please
stop
don't
moving.
Don't ruin my life.
I'm not ruining your life.
My dad is
Do not move.
She attempted to distance herself from the incident by citing her father, who was likely a government employee. But the cop was more intrigued by what else she was wearing.
So you didn't have anything else on you?
I don't know. Please, can you call my boyfriend, please?
No, you're under arrest, ma'am.
I'm just due for an expungement right now, please.
Okay. I'm sorry, but...
Nicole was given the opportunity to perform field sobriety exercises, which obviously did not go well for her. Nicole passed the breath test with a BAC of 0.0. When the cops searched her car, they discovered over 100 wax folds of them.